morning, everybody. It's Stephen here for the Idiot Quilter, and today I thought I'd show you some of the Christmas projects I've been working on since about, Halloween. And I've got most of them finished now, so I thought I'd just review what I've done for Christmas. Now, these are Christmas presents, some of them, and some of them are home decor items for the season. So right now, I'm just going to start, because I have the camera set up for this, for the two things that are behind me. And let me just get out of the shot here for a second and see if I can get these in shot a little bit more. Oops, sorry. Try not to make you sick. Not the best setup in the world. Okay, I'm not doing very well on this. Just give me a second. Okay. Here we go. And I was in focus. There we are. And let's make sure the camera stays steady. Okay, so you can see here, these are both banners, decorative banners. The one closest to me with the poinsettias was just a panel. Now, I was thinking of something to put in my mother's room in the nursing home, and she has a double-doored wardrobe in there, and I thought this might hang very nicely on one of the doors. But I didn't have a lot of time, or at least I didn't think I'd have a lot of time to actually piece together a banner. So I found this panel, and I really liked it. I thought it was very colorful, and I basically made it into a faux-like quilt. I did layer it. You can see on the back, a bit of a glare there. I just did a simple white backing, and what I did was I quilted using my walking foot. Just wavy and straight lines, both vertically and horizontally, and that finished it up. It's a blanket type binding, meaning that there isn't really a binding edge. I just turned it inside out with the layers to do that. Then I made the one that's over on the far side, and that particular one, let me get out of the shot here, I bought a kit for making these little Christmas appliques, which you see running down the center of the banner. I wasn't that impressed with the kit for what I paid for it. I paid about $52. But anyways, I tried all of the designs that were in it. I think I'm missing one on this banner. And yeah, I mounted them on, sewed them onto some squares of fabric, and I had another banner piece, the green that you see on either side bordering the center strip, and I just cut that down and had some scrap fabric left over for the bottom borders, and actually I think it turned out kind of nice. So originally the one with the poinsettias was going into my mother's room, but I've changed my mind. I like this other one a little better for that, and also it's a little narrower than the other one. I think it'll fit on the door of her wardrobe a little better as well. So those are a couple of the things that I've been working on. Now, I did have a couple of other banners that I made, and they're on the front doors of my house. And if you're really interested in seeing those, just tune in to my vlog for December the 2nd. And I actually start with no, I didn't start the vlog with those. I actually had a little video segment within the vlog that shows those two banners on my outside door. Now, some other things that I'm making, and I'm just going to switch cameras here. Here we go. And let me get my keyboard over to the side. So some of these are home decor, and some of these are as gifts. I'll just start with these little guys right here. These two fabric stars. I learned how to make these on another YouTube channel called The Last Homely House. And if you haven't seen this one, do look it up. I think I reviewed it on one of my vlogs a couple of weeks ago. But it's a really cool YouTube channel. The lady who puts this up does quilting, she does fabric stuff, she does bookbinding, she does pottery, she does all kinds of crafts. And that's where I learned how to make these. And I think they're really quite cute. And these are a no-sew project. And if you're interested in learning how to make these in paper, I do have a tutorial on my YouTube channel. I called it Christmas Star. I think it's just Christmas, how to make a Christmas star. and you can find it right in there. I think it's in my mixed media playlist. But just do a search on how to make a Christmas star and under my name, Stephen Bland, and you should be able to find it. And that's how to do it in paper. I have not done a tutorial on how to make these in fabric, but as I said, I don't need to because the last homely house has done it already. So just look her up and you'll find how to do these. And these sit underneath my little Christmas tree. I also made, and I think I did show this on my vlog as well, I'm very happy with the way this turned out. This is my little gingerbread house. This is what they call an in the hoop project. I use my embroidery machine, and the embroidery machine does all this stitching. Now this did take a lot of time. Each one of the panels that you see on here probably took about 75 minutes to make. And then I have all the little embellishments and things like that. So this did take quite a bit of time. And the way it assembles is there's these little, you probably can't see them in the video, but there's these little knobs. Move it up a little closer. I need better lighting. See the little knobs down there in the front of the roof? Let me see if I can point them out. Over here, get the right side. Yeah, right in here, there's some little knobs. Those are called buttonettes, and they go through little eyelets that are sewn right into the panels, and that's how it all holds together. Now, the idea too is that you can take this apart as well for storing, but I'm not doing that. To be honest, it takes quite a bit of effort to get these all to hook together, and so what I've done is I added a little touch of fabric glue to each one of these, so this is not coming apart anytime soon. Now there's a little hole on the bottom of this, you can see, and that's for a little electric tea light, and I bought some little mini LED lights that change color, and they actually have a remote control as well. I got them from Amazon, and they're really cool, and they weren't that expensive. I think they were about $21, something like that, and they sit under this and the snowman, which I'm going to point out to you in a second, and you can set them for different light sequences, and it's kind of cool. It all glows out from in here because these are pieces of fabric, the brown, and so they do have a certain amount of translucence to them. The other one that I made, and it's done in a similar fashion, is, and I need to move the camera up a bit so you can see this a little better. This is the snowman. I made him before I made the gingerbread house. And again, this took a lot of time to do. These are all separate pieces that are sewn by the machine, by the embroidery machine. And then they have to put them together in a similar fashion to the way the gingerbread house is put together. And the hat was the thing that gave me the biggest problem. I kept having thread breaks with this. I have since figured out that I probably didn't have enough stabilizer. And when you don't have enough stabilizer, your threads will break. But I eventually got through it. There was a little cursing and swearing as I did it, but I think the end result was worth it. And again, it's got the little hole in the bottom for a tea light, and this looks really cool because it's a lighter colored fabric when the light shines through it. So those were two pieces of Christmas decorations I made for home today. Let me just bring my camera back down again. Okay, so I always like to give something to my hairdresser at Christmas time, and you know, oftentimes that means a gift certificate to Chapters, which is a bookstore in our area, or a box of chocolates or something like that. Well, you know, who needs the chocolates? You get a lot of those at Christmas time. And, you know, gift certificates to me seem a little bit impersonal. So I thought I would make her some decor items for her house for Christmas. And so I have. It's basically a table set. And I made, I'll start with this. I made 4 placemats. And you can see I have them all quilted. Now the quilting on these placemats, I'll show you what the back looks like. It's a busy back, so you can't see the quilting as well on that, but that I did do on purpose. And by the way, the camera seems to be picking this up as blacks and reds, but there's a lot of green in this too. It's the color shift with the light. I need better equipment. But anyways, so you can see that I did some embroidery in the center, and then I did a combination of walking foot quilting stitch in the ditch quilting, and I also even had my embroidery machine do the feathers. I wish I could do feathers like that in free motion quilting, but I can't. But I was able to program the machine to actually do that. So there are 4 of these in a set, and along with those, I did make a matching table runner, which is basically the same pattern. There you can see the green a little bit better. And I used the same embroidery design in the center of each, and I did the same sort of quilting minus the feathers on this particular one because I really didn't have a space for the feathers. So it's a small table runner. You know, I don't have any idea how big her tables may be, but you know, hopefully this will fit somewhere in her home decor for Christmas. And to go along with the table runner and the placemats, I made napkins as well. And I used my serger for these. And I did this corner embroidery design as well in each one. And there's a set of 4 of these. And this is what the back of the napkins look like. It's a little different fabric. Got some metallic in it. So what I'm giving to my hairdresser, and I'm also giving an identical set of all of these to my next door neighbors as well, because they often at Christmas time bring us over some homemade goodies. So thought maybe this year, since my homemade goodie talent is not so good, I thought maybe for this year I would do a similar set. So they're done, and now I just have to wrap them up. And I'm just going to switch cameras here for a second. There I am. And you're getting my neck. Let's get a little bit better shot here. So I'm hoping they will like those, and I enjoyed making them, but I'll tell you this, I'm really glad they're done now. It feels like I've been working on Christmas items forever, and I have been, and I really like to get back to my other regular projects as well. But I do like using Christmas fabric, and I did like making these and designing them and the whole bit, and I hope that the recipients of them will appreciate them as well. So I thought I'd just share my Christmas crafts with you on this version of the Idiot Quilter. I hope you enjoyed that. And in the new year, for the Idiot Quilter, I am thinking of doing some more, or doing some tutorials. I think I have the confidence now that maybe I can show you a few things that I've learned along the way, and maybe work on a few projects and show you my progress on those then. So thanks for joining me, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.